Whenever you're ready, Mayor.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to call the regular meeting of Mayor and Council of the Borough of Glassboro for August 27th, 2024 to order. Karen, could you please read the opening statement?
Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, I hereby announce that adequate notice of this meeting, as required by said act, has been provided by adopting a schedule of regular meetings for the year 2024, which schedule was posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board, as well as the Borough website, and forwarded to both the South Jersey Times and the Sentinel of Gloucester County, and filed with the Borough Clerk January 6, 2024.
Thank you. Can we all rise and salute the flag, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Karen, roll call, please.
Mayor Wallace.
Here.
Mr. Brown.
Here.
Mrs. Garlick. Here. Ms. Miller.
Here.
Mrs. Spence.
Here.
Mr. Melandro.
Here.
Mr. Scafidi.
Here.
Mr. Beegan. And let the record reflect that Mr. Casabone and Mr. Halter are excused for this evening.
Thank you, Karen. Though we have no formal presentations tonight, I would like to announce that one of our officers is retiring after 25 years of service. As many of you may know, anyone that works for the borough or services the borough in a full-time or part-time capacity for more than 20 years, I do my best to recognize them. So for the record, I would like to read the letter to this officer that I have sent to his house. He was not able to be here this evening. Greetings, Nick. I would like to take this opportunity to formally congratulate you on your retirement from the Glassboro Police Department after 25 years of service. Your exceptional work ethic over these past 25 years is a testament to your dedication to the safety and well-being of the residents of the borough of Glassboro. You are a true example of what it means to be a police officer in the borough of Glassboro. Lieutenant Russo, on behalf of myself and the residents of the borough of Glassboro, I thank you for your service. I wish you all the best in your retirement. With respect, Johnny Wallace III, Mayor, Borough of Glassboro. Now, at this time, I'll ask our borough solicitor to step down from the dais, and I would like to invite our special counselor, Pat Madden, to address our public hearing.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you,
Sir.
Council. For purposes of our record, Patrick Madden, representing the Borough of Glassboro in connection with pending litigation between the Borough, Dr. Louis DiEugenio Jr., and Summit City Farms. The purpose of my appearance this evening is for Council to approve a proposed settlement with Dr. DiEugenio and Summit City Farms. And I'll provide a brief description of that proposed settlement as follows. The settlement relates to a dispute over Ordinance 1626, which had been adopted May 24, 2016, providing a new section prohibiting parking on certain streets without a permit from Labor Day to Memorial Day. The streets included University Boulevard from Harvard Avenue to the dead end of University, where Dr. DiEugenio and Summit City Farms both reside and operate an agricultural business and a winery. As a result of the passing of the ordinance, there was subsequently a challenge filed by Dr. DiEugenio originally before the Gloucester County Agricultural Development Board, and ultimately a complaint filed with the Superior Court of New Jersey under docket GLO L123019. Both of these matters remain pending today, or they were pending until today, although the Gloucester County Agricultural Board matter had was subsequently pending before the State Agricultural Development Committee. The resolution provides for the borough's adoption of a revised ordinance which will provide for agricultural related parking on University Boulevard from Lehigh to from Lehigh Avenue to the dead end, including farm market related and winery related parking And there's a full settlement agreement that's been drafted between the parties and is presented to mayor and council for their review. A notice of the proposed approval of this settlement had been published, and of course, it's an agenda item as well. The next step, with the mayor's permission, would be to open it up for any public comment or testimony related to the hearing. So with the mayor's permission, I'll do that.
You may.
So does anyone from the public wish to be heard with respect to the borough's approval of this settlement with Dr. D. Eugenio and Summit City Farms? And seeing no one, I think we can close the public hearing portion of this hearing and now move on, if we would, to a motion to approve Resolution R-1924, a resolution authorizing settlement of litigation with Dr. Louis J. D. Eugenio and Summit City Farms. So if we could have a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Garlick? Yes. Ms. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And Mayor, with your approval, I could move on to the next agenda item, which is also part of this resolution.
Yes, please.
And it's an introduction of an ordinance by first reading, ordinance number 24-27, the title of which is an ordinance amending Chapter 445 of the Code of the Borough of Glassboro, Vehicles and Traffic, with a proposed public hearing to be held on September 10, 2024.
I'll entertain a motion to introduce this ordinance.
Make a motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye. My apologies. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Garlick? Yes. Ms. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries.
And that
Thank you,
concludes
sir.
my portion of the business.
Thank you very much. And at this time, I would like to invite our borough solicitor back to the dais and thank our special counsel, Pat Madden, for his services. Thank you, sir. Once our solicitor is settled, I would like to turn the meeting over to him.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. We have a number of scheduled public hearings tonight. I will read the ordinances for those public hearings. And we can open the meeting to the public on both of those ordinances. The first being ordinance number 2421, an ordinance of the Borough of Glassboro, Gloucester County, New Jersey, accepting a perpetual stormwater management basement agreement from Glassboro Real Estate Trust LLC and authorizing execution of said agreement. And ordinance number 2422, an ordinance authorizing accepting a vacation of a portion of Academy Street, County Route 637. Between High Street and Grillo Street from the County of Gloucester to the Borough of Glassboro. The motion to open to the public would be for any comment on those two ordinances if the public should have it.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. The floor is now open to anyone from the public who wishes to come forward and address ordinance 24-21 and ordinance 24-22.
Seeing no one, I make a motion to close the public portion and accept the ordinance as written.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Garlick? Ms. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting of July 23rd, 2024, as well as the closed executive session minutes of July 23rd, 2024.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any
Mayor.
abstentions?
Mayor, I have to abstain.
Thank you. I have one abstention. Noted. Motion still carries. Karen, can we go through communications?
Yes, Mayor. I have a letter of retirement from Lieutenant Nicholas Russo. He retired as as lieutenant from the Glassboro Police Department.
Need a motion for approval, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye. Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. I'll now move to committee reports and begin with Council President Miller.
Thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to thank Lieutenant Russo for his many years of dedication and service to the Glassboro Police Department and offering the protection to our residents. As far as my highway report, I'd just like to thank the Highway Department for all that they do to keep the borough clean. We've had a few storms, a lot of trees down and branches and things like that everywhere, and they're always Johnny on the spot to make sure everything's safe and clean for our residents. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Councilman Brown.
Yes, good evening, Mayor.
Good evening.
First, I'm in receipt of the July financial reports. Secondly, I'd like to also congratulate Lieutenant Russo on his retirement. Lieutenant Russo and I came in around the same time together, and we've talked about retirement many times, so it's a special congratulations to him. And lastly, I'd just like to mention that last week, the Glassboro Police Department held the PAL baseball camp. We had several officers come out, families of the officers, as well as Rowan baseball players and Glassboro High School baseball players, to put on a free clinic to approximately, there was 80 kids that signed up to come out. And I know on the first day we were right around the number of 60 kids that came out. So for 3 days to have a free camp, to have mostly Glassboro kids out there was a really special thing, and it's the third year in a row we've done it, and it continues to be a great event that our police department puts on for the children of our town. So just like to say congratulations to them on a great job. Chief and Captain Knight, Chief Knight, Captain Knight, Lieutenant Russo was behind it, and also Patrolman Vernelson were really four of the main figures that were behind it. But congratulations to everybody that was involved. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That was a good time. Councilwoman Garlick.
Thank you, Mayor. I would like to also thank Lieutenant Nicholas Russo for his service to Glassboro as a police officer and congratulate him on his retirement. And I have no report for Department of Ed. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Councilwoman Spence.
Thank you, Mayor. I also would like to echo congratulations to Lieutenant Russo and thank him for his service to our town. And I'm in receipt of the August reports for buildings and grounds, and everything's doing great as usual. And we also have the car show coming up on Friday, which is a very nice event. Hopefully you can all be there. It starts at 5 o'clock right out here on at the Town Square and Rowan Boulevard. And that's it, Mayor.
Thank you very much. For unfinished business, we did have a resident had come in from the Chestnut Ridge section asking about a street sign notifying oncoming traffic that other traffic does not stop. Happy to report that that sign has been put in place. It is on Oakwood facing west towards University and Girard in that area. So good work by all those that got that request taken care of. We have no new business, so I'll ask for our engineer's report, please.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. We just have the townhouses at Aura, the D.R. Horton project. The homes are continuing to be constructed there. High Street townhouses, the homes are completed there. They're just finishing up some punch list work, so they'll still have to schedule a final inspection there. The storage on Route 47 project, they have had their final inspection. That's completed, and they'll be looking to get a TCO very soon to open up that facility. Lycio's Retail Bakery, they still have punch list items to continue taken care of. They also, at some point soon, will be looking to get a TCO there. Demountable, that is the Glassboro Real Estate Trust. They have they finished their clearing out there, and they'll be continuing with their stormwater design and stormwater construction and everything out there for their site work. Bow Boulevard, that's the New Jersey DOT funded 2023 project that the Council had awarded. New Jersey DOT has to give their final approval, and then we'll be scheduling construction at a time that would work for everybody at that point. Taco Bell, planning board conditions have been taken care of, so construction should be starting at some point soon. Raising Cane, the site construction is underway there, and that continues. DeSimone Builders, they have been working on the building, and they have now started site construction there also. Altius, that's another project that we're awaiting some outside agency approvals before they can actually get their building permits there. And then lastly is, we've got Autumn Ridge, there's a looping water main that we've started doing some survey and design that will connect the two different developments and help the water pressure situation and safety in that area. That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Any questions for you? Thank you very much, sir. At this time, I'll again turn the meeting over to our Borough Solicitor.
Thank you, Mayor. Under our consent agenda this evening, we have the following resolutions. 220, resolution authorizing refund of street opening performance guarantee, Guzzo Masonry, Inc. Resolution 221, authorizing memorandum of understanding between the Borough of Glassboro and William McCain III. Resolution 222, authorizing memorandum of understanding between the Borough of Glassboro and Ryan Knight. Resolution 223, authorizing shared service agreement between the Gloucester County Improvement Authority and the Borough of Glassboro regarding usage of certain stage units, craft beer festival. 224, resolution granting approval
Thank you.
for Form B1, Chick-fil-A Restaurant, Block 410, Lot 2.02 in the Borough. 225, refund of tax overpayments. 226, authorizing agreement professional services, Borough of Glassboro, Synergy Environmental, Inc., remediation of excavated underground storage tank, Nunk-Pro-Tunk. 227, providing for the insertion of a special item of revenue in the budget pursuant to NJSA 48487. 228, accepting a grant from the New Jersey Department of Law and Public Safety, SFY 24 Pop-Up Party Prevention and Response Initiative Grant. 229, authorizing and approving shared service agreement between Gloucester County and the Borough of Glassboro, Emergency Management Coordinator Services, Nunk-Pro-Tunk. And finally, Resolution 230, again authorizing refund of tax over payments. There are resolution on the consent agenda, and for the reasons noted on the agenda, if council so moves for approval, roll call vote.
I move for approval.
I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Mrs. Garlick?
Yes.
Ms. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mayor, like to abstain from 221 and 222.
Okay, those abstentions have been noted, Karen. Okay, motion still carries.
Thank you, Mayor. And we also have for introduction by reading by first title only tonight, the following ordinances, beginning with 2423, an ordinance of the Borough of Glassboro, Gloucester County, New Jersey, accepting a stormwater management basin agreement from 401 High Street Partners, QOZB LLC. Ordinance number 2424, an ordinance amending Chapter 101, Police Department, Article 10, General Provisions, Section 55, Rates of Compensation, Administrative Fee, Payment for Services, Fee for Patrol, Vehicle Use of the Code Book of the Borough of Glassboro. Ordinance 2425, an ordinance repealing Chapter 490, Health Rules and Regulations, Article 14, Backyard Chicken Pilot Program, the Code Book of the Borough of Glassboro, and adopting a new Article 14 to be entitled Backyard Chicken Program. Ordinance 2426, an ordinance of the Borough of Glassboro, Gloucester County, New Jersey, accepting site easement for Green Avenue and Wilson Avenue, a stormwater management facility declaration for 601 North Main Street LLC, and authorizing execution of said easement and declaration. Ordinance 2428, an ordinance of the Borough of Glassboro, Gloucester County, New Jersey, accepting a fence easement and agreement from Rosanna B. Lamontague and Johnny Lamontague, and authorizing execution of said agreement. And finally, ordinance 2429, ordinance authorizing the purchase of property known as Block 427, lots 25 and 26, on the official tax map of the Borough of Glassboro, County Gloucester, State of New Jersey, property known as 231 East Stanger Avenue. So again, the motion for introduction of the following ordinances on title only this evening are 24 23 through 24, 29 would be the motion.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Karen, roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Yes, but an abstention from ordinance 2424.
Mrs. Garlick?
Yes.
Ms. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Spence?
Yes.
Motion carries. At this time, I will entertain a motion to open the meeting to the public.
Motion to open the meeting to the public?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. The floor is now open to anyone from the public who wishes to come forward and address mayor and council.
Good evening.
Good evening.
John Wise, 114 East Avenue, Glassboro. I'm smiling because I really don't have nothing to say, but thank you. Ms. Miller had told me that she had talked to the electric company, and the guys came out in the orange trucks. I forget the name of it. I know it, but I forget it. To look at the wires and the trees. And they came. I don't know what they see, what I see. And I want to say thank you for the mayor stopping by to check on it too, to show him trees that's hanging over. And they're rotted. The neighbor next to me, I was cutting her grass, and we didn't even have a good windy day. And I had to move 2 to 3 inch limbs in her yard just to cut the grass. So, but they had nothing to do with that because that was in her yard. I just let you know that it do blow sometime when we're not paying attention to it. But anyway, they came out, and I want to thank her for that. But when I looked to see what they had done, I wasn't satisfied. But they did come out. And the mayor came out today. Me and him laughed and talked a little bit, and I showed him some of the things that need to be done. Now, when the borough cut the 2 worst trees, they didn't cut them down at the stump, but what they left was not dangerous. They just topped it out, and it was not dangerous, so I was satisfied with that. But I just want to thank everybody for doing. If I come here and make a complaint, somebody gets out there and get the job done, and that's what I like. So I appreciate that, and I want to just say thank you, and God bless, and have a good evening.
Thank you.
You too,
Take
Mr.
care.
Wise. Seeing no other members of the public, I'd like to make a motion to close the public portion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. The public portion is now closed. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve all duly authorized bills.
Motion to approve all duly authorized bills.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions?
Mayor, I have some abstentions, 24-00242, 02549, 00791, 03216, 02550, and 03339. That's it. All the rest are good.
Those abstentions have been noted. Motion still carries. Are there any closing comments from our administrator?
I would just like to wish Lieutenant Russo a lot of success in his retirement. We've had a lot of interesting conversations walking in the morning over the last 5 years, and I know Nick will be successful in whatever he does, so.
Thank you very much, sir. Again, like I said earlier, congratulate Nick on his retirement and to thank him for his service. I couldn't be more happy and proud of our police department, and as a lieutenant, he was aces. So I wish him all the best. As always, thank all of the members of the public that have come out to listen and speak at the meeting. I encourage you to continue to do so, to keep us plugged in on what is going on in any way that we could help. And again, to special counsel for the work that he did with the Eugenio case. And with that, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening. The next regular meeting will be September 10th, 2024, 6:30 PM.
Thank you.